Good morning, everyone. I feel privileged to be invited to speak to you for a minute or two about sacred ground. And maybe it's a sales pitch to persuade you to be sure and sign up. I will say this, having concluded the program, I decided that I will do it again. Not immediately, but I'm still letting the original information settle. But I do look forward to repeating the experience. It is indeed a very rich one. Those of you who know me know that I am a local product and one of California public education from K through graduation from the University of California, with one exceptional year in the middle of that when I was in another place being educated, but still in California. And some of you also know that I spent some time as both a foreign service spouse and as a Navy spouse, and as a result of that was privileged to live in several different countries over the course of time. All the rest of the time I've lived in the Bay Area. So I consider myself pretty experienced and pretty well educated and connected with a broader community. I went to school with, we called them Negroes in those days, that dates me, and many Asians. What was missing from my early experience was any knowledge of being with indigenous Americans. But I've learned a lot about why that might be too. So I really never had any feelings about people being different. I did realize when I went to Berkeley High that the black kids and the Mexican kids were at odds, but I figured that was not my problem. One of the things that I discovered in Sacred Ground that maybe it was my problem. But a huge general conclusion I came out of this experience with is we weren't told everything that we needed to be told as we were coming along. Somebody, or lots of somebodies, who invent the curriculum for students likes to sugarcoat it and likes to cover up a lot of things that we ought to know, that if we knew would really help us be much better citizens, and for that matter, much better human beings. One of the drawbacks of this particular session of Sacred Ground was having to be on Zoom. I think there's something about personal interactions that just doesn't happen in a virtual situation. And one of the reasons, for sure, that I look forward to doing this again is to experience the personal interaction, the eye contact, the body language, and all of those things that you get when you're in person with a group. It was also a very interesting experience getting to know other members of this congregation on a very different level than we have ever communicated before. And so that's to recommend it too. It's not so much about the gospel and the Bible and the religious experience as it is the experiential and intellectual experience, and how do we stop and how do we change our behavior. So with those few words, I'd like to encourage you to take advantage of the opportunity to broaden your mind and your attitudes and your experience. Thank you.